Every night is a prayer. They say the road to survival is a cross we bear. I was born where the gunshots lullaby the kids to sleep, where the corner store pastor sell dreams and dope on the cheap. Mama working double shifts, daddy goes like a rumor. I was 12 with nothing in the cold sense of humor. Tupac on the radio, concrete under my feet. I learned the alphabet from graffiti on the street. Every wall in my city got a face that ain't here no more. Every block got the brother that the system locked behind the door. Ay, ay, Weezy if I survive what they said would bury me. Came up out the mud with my pen and my clarity. They counted me out like loose change, left me on the curb, but I came back speaking every language, every verse a verb. I've been shot at, locked up, broke down on my knees, but I got up every time like the roots of the trees. You can bend me in the storm, but you cannot break the core, cause the concrete made me everything they said I never was worth more. We were born from the concrete, raised by the storm. Never knew what was easy, only knew what was born. Through the fire and the flood, through the rain and the drought, what they tried to bury us with is what we grew without. Born from the concrete, born from the concrete, yeah. And we rise, and we rise. See them build a ghetto with intention and design. Drew the maps and the borders so the hungry couldn't climb. I walked through Kingston streets where the poverty loud, where a youth with ambition got to fight through the crowd. Babylon want you broken, want you lost, want you scared, want you fighting one another so the truth never shared. But we carry Bob's spirit and we carry Marky's flame, and no matter how they spin it, Jah know we not the same. We were born from the concrete, raised by the storm. Never knew I was easy, only knew I was born. Through the fire and the flood, through the rain and the drought, what they tried to bury us with is what we grew without. Born from the concrete, yeah. Born from the concrete, yeah. And we rise, and we rise, and we rise, yeah. Let me tell you about the nights I sat alone on the roof, 17 with a notebook, trying to find my proof that I mattered, that the city didn't swallow me whole, that the hunger in my belly didn't hollow my soul. Cash money raised me when the street tried to claim me. Young money was the family when the world tried to frame me. I seen homies turn to ghosts on a Tuesday afternoon. Seen the same block that birthed us become a graveyard by June. This ain't rap, this is survival, dressed up in the beat. Every platinum plaque came from hunger, not a seat. They said we never make it out, odds were stacked too high. But every time they counted us out, we looked the reaper in the eye. Jah know we never flinch, never bow, never break. We are more than what they made us, more than poverty and pain. We are every seed that bloomed after every flood and rain. Born from the concrete, you cannot erase us. Born from the concrete, Jah, you cannot replace us. We were born from the concrete, raised by the storm, raised by the storm, no. Never knew what was easy, only knew what was born, knew what was born. Through the fire and the flood, through the rain and the drought, what they tried to bury us with is what we grew it out. Born from the concrete, yeah. Born from the concrete, yeah. And we rise, and we rise, and we rise. Rise from every broken corner, we rise. From every sleepless night, from every empty plate, we rise. I know the road was long, but the road made us strong. every night is a prayer. They say the road to survival is a cross we bear. I was born where the gunshots lullaby the kids to sleep, where the corner store pastor sell dreams and dope on cheap. Mama working double shifts, daddy goes like a rumor. I was 12 with nothing in a cold sense of humor. Tupac on the radio, concrete under my feet. I learned the alphabet from graffiti on the street. Every wall in my city got a face that ain't here no more. Every block got the brother that the system locked behind the door. Hey, hey, Weezy, if I survive what they said would bury me. Came up out the mud with my pen and my clarity. They counted me out like loose change, left me on the curb. But I came back speaking every language, every verse a verb. Hey, I've been shot at, locked up, broke down on my knees, but I got up every time like the roots of the trees. You can